the world combined right now. They are also in the midst of putting their own new space station up, which, by the way, will be manned by their military. Meanwhile, we're debating, when and how our space station will fall apart and fall into the ocean. The good news is a number of private companies are looking at putting private space stations up, and they can do everything from 3D printing in space to medical experiments that are impossible here on Earth. It's estimated that we'll go from a couple of $100 billion to over $1 trillion in the next decade on the private sector. That's the good news. We just need to get out of their way and let them do what the private sector does, which is innovate, get up there. And this is like the beginning of the internet in terms of the possibilities up in space, which is the really exciting part.
On a related note, Xi Jinping, China's leader, has reportedly agreed to meet in person Vladimir Putin next week. Now, that was a report I got earlier this morning. Are they ganging up against us, Congressman?
Well, this is a geopolitical shift, Stu, and this is everything from China replacing all of the energy and oil and gas that Russia has lost in terms of sales to Europe. China's replaced. China is, I think, buying up a lot of distressed Russian firms, particularly in the critical mineral space, to power its future economy. But the most alarming thing are these joint exercises. As I just mentioned, in space, they have agreements for not only in low Earth orbit, but up in the moon. But they also, for the first time, have all three branches of their military, their Army, their Navy, and their Air Force working together. And it's not often far off places. It's in the Sea of Japan. It's in the South China Sea. It's places where they can control global shipping. So this is very alarming. And again, we have to look and think more broadly, geostrategically, on how to drive wedges in this new relationship, this new axis of evil, frankly, rather than driving them together.
Congressman Mike Waltz from the great state of Florida. Congressman, thanks very much for joining us, sir. Always appreciated.
All right. Thanks, Stu.